Let's go, New York! John Cash. Yo, listening to John Cash.
Welcome. God damn, it feels so fucking amazing to say this. The views and opinions expressed by myself do not reflect those of the John Cash Show podcast sponsors and or affiliates. Jesus, I ain't been on the air in so long, I don't know how to talk.
Affiliates, nigga.
Listener and viewer discretion is highly, highly advised. Welcome to the season 3 premiere of the John Cash Show podcast, bitches.
Ran out of air.
Yeah, well,
I know it's an I felt I felt it coming.
You can.
That's why you ran out of air?
That part.
You felt it coming?
Macy's.
There's nothing I'm saying.
The Macy's parade.
You can hear.
Float.
You can hear the John Cash Show podcast on demand on your favorite streaming platforms, including but not limited to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Deezer, Odyssey, Pandora, and many, many more platforms except for Tidal. Goddamn, it's season 3 and we still ain't on Tidal. The fuck?
But still ain't make a call.
Right.
Now, before we get into the show, I have a major announcement pertaining to the John Cash Show podcast and brand. You've asked for it, and your wish is my command. I sounded like Jocelyn there.
Do it like a yo baby.
Do it like it might be there.
This is Jocelyn's cabaret.
I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie.
Stevie. Why you never give me your beefcake, Stevie?
She went back to the cabaret.
She saw one episode of that goddamn, what's that, where the pink is?
P Valley.
P Valley. And said, nah, I gotta get back.
That's where the money at. Where the money resides. Where the money resides.
Money made me come. Remember that?
I'm proud to. No, this is serious. Hold on.
Okay, sorry.
I'm proud to announce that the John Cash Show podcast is teaming up with Cats Collections to sell the official merchandise for the John Cash Show podcast. Clap it up. As you can see in the video, I am wearing one of the shirts. I'm booked, busy, and blessed, okay? Also, we have other T-shirts here. We have right here, Get Nasty with John Cash. Bag These Groceries, which I know is going to be a hot seller amongst the hot bottoms. And
my personal favorite.
And Good Pussy.
Mine too.
Stay wet. That's gonna
this
be
was mine.
Yeah.
Hurricane Ida. It was an Ida. That was Star.
But yes, we talking about the sponsor. So hold on. You gotta, keep it kind of PG, Damn, I've always fuck up. Anyway, Cats Collection is owned and operated by one of my very best friends in the world, Catherine. She is literally amazing in the pride that she takes in delivering outstanding customer service and timely deliveries. I would know because we go to the post office almost every damn day after the gym, standing in line, the cell service. So
you were part of the quality.
We would definitely make sure that your shirts go out on time. Just saying that. So, but enough about that. You can go and visit catscollections.com to begin ordering your customized merchandise today. You can order a mouse pad, a keychain, t-shirt, hoodie, puzzle set, coaster. And while you're there, you can order like all other customized items. It'll make a great website to visit during the holiday season for those quality stocking stuffers and much more. So let me spell out the website for you. Okay, that's CATSKOLLECTION.com. So let me just break it down even more. That's C as in cock, A as in ass, T as in titties, S is in sex.
This is the sponsor. I thought we had to be nice.
K is in kinky. O is in orgasm. L is in lick. L is in lick. E is in erection. C is in cock.
Who says cock?
Or come.
Porns. Very
T
old
is in
porns.
titties. I is in intercourse. O is in orgasm. N is in nipples. Okay? .com. Or you can click the link on the John Cash Show bio on Instagram to be directed to the website. Yes. And you can check it out and you can see what Black Girl Magic is all about. Sorry, Catherine. I know you're going to be laughing your ass off with that part, but yeah, you're not have to make it my own. So, season 3, big shit happening, big things popping. I'd like to welcome my amazing co-host while also announcing a promotion real slyly here. The co-associate producer of the John Cash Show podcast is the feminine divine goddess, multifaceted epitome of Black girl magic with the whoppiest whop in all of the land. And oh yeah, they fucked up with the weather forecast a few weeks ago. It wasn't Ida or Rita or Katrina. That was Star's essence overflowing into the universe, a.k.a. her juices. The Brownsville bully, Star!
I'm so happy to be back. This feels good. I feel like we're home now, you know?
Yes.
We was lost for a little bit, but we back.
Yeah. We had little,
We
you know.
did
We just
some
took a little
redecorating.
vacation.
Yeah, we had many breakdowns because we wasn't able to talk to
A
you
cute little
guys.
reset, you know.
Yeah, you know,
We
reset,
back.
relax, relate, release.
Yes.
Or release.
How was your break?
My break was amazing. I needed that break. You know, now I have some more business ventures that I'm working on that you guys will soon see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur shit here. All right.
Good.
And plug your social media, of course.
Just make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's Urban Classic. URBANCLASSIQQ_. Got
Okay.
it.
And she's rubbing her laptop camera with her top.
You get the best clean with your clothes.
If you don't see her on Facebook anymore, that's because she's in Facebook jail, showing nipples.
Pulling a Janet. Nipplegate.
Also, we like to introduce the engineer extraordinaire of the John Cash Show podcast, the man with the iron jaw and not the iron claw. God damn it, the pussy-eating demon with vanilla-flavored semen, the pussy whisperer, Josh.
What's good, everybody? How we doing?
We're
How we
well.
feeling? How we feeling?
Did you miss us?
Did you miss me?
Yeah, I did. You know,
You missed Star.
yeah. I'm a little undercaffeinated today for some reason.
Oh, God. I knew it was coming.
But we won't get into that.
Ooh, shots fired.
That's a perfect segue. That's the perfect segue. He set it up. That's the perfect segue.
Yeah, shots fired.
I produce for a reason.
Yeah. You got Drake versus Kanye in studio.
I hope I'm Drake. I'm the lighter one.
Yeah, you Drake and that's Kanye.
You released your shot too soon.
Well, okay.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Ooh.
And with growth, you need to sometimes add to the team. I'd like to introduce the brand new, no pun intended, co-host
brand new.
and also co-associate producer of the John Cash Show podcast, Mr. No Days Off. He'll clear your chakra with the chopper.
That's,
Okay.
I sure would.
Well, not sure if that makes sense.
It does, and I would.
But at least it rhymed. Hey, Cameron made a whole career out of this. Computing's computing. Biggity bootin'. It's a homecoming
Boosters.
for an original member of the John Cash Show. It's Brandom Thoughts.
What's up, everybody? It's good to be back. Finally, Brandom Thoughts has come home. That's another show, but what's up, everybody out there? I'm happy to be back. I found some days off, so I figured it'd be nice to hang out with you guys. This one has vanilla semen. She's Ida and all over the trains of Utica, and you're the
We just
you're
just an ejaculating kind of show.
You know.
relax, relate, releasing. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on.
A lot of
That's the,
releasing
that's
when
the
you
next
listen.
T-shirt.
Yes.
Relax, relate, release.
Well,
I guess you're gonna have to give me
Yeah, I'm
Ashe.
gonna have to give him a cut. That was the name of
another show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get 5 points because I was in the room. You know,
Okay.
The fuck is it, Bad Boy?
Pretty, for sure.
you gotta take care of everybody in the room. If you was in the room, you gotta get your cut.
No, that's Andre Harrell. He would be Andre Harrell. That would be Andre Harrell.
How was your week?
My week was good. It was epic. I did some things as always for the community. Did some work and worked on the businesses coming up as well.
All right.
Yes,
I
high
love-
five.
Come on, community.
You know I love the community.
Yeah.
Also plug your social media.
Oh yes,
sir.
so y'all can follow me at Brandom Thoughts. That's BRANDOM THOUGHTS. Brandom Thoughts with an S, and I have Brandom Thoughts, Brandom Lee.
Okay. Well, I am, of course, the host with the most.
The shaman, the shade.
Yes, the shaman of shade, and I think I've discovered a new crush
Okay.
over the break. Not well, Rihanna's still number one.
I was beginning
Oh,
to
okay.
say,
I was about to go. Hold up.
Listen,
You know she in town. She throwing her after party.
She got
Yeah.
me. She got me. We all right over here.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about what I'm hearing, the whispers, but
About her being engaged to ASAP Rocky.
no, about her being pregnant.
Oh, okay. And now
I
her being
know,
pregnant.
I was,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, but I have a new crush, Candyman.
oh yes, Mr. is
Yeah.
He's always been fine.
Nobody's like, that's my man crush. That's my man
He's
crush.
beautiful.
I was sitting
What
there
a
like,
beautiful
wow.
chocolate man.
Man.
I was like, wow. He kind of, and I told Kelly, and she was like, you only like him because he favors you.
Mm.
I was like, because you're so vain. So I was like, oh, wow, okay.
No, I
Ooh, sorry.
That's yours.
Oh, that's coming from my laptop.
thought it was thought it was the food.
I'm like,
I thought it was
That might be.
it is.
It can wait.
right.
But yeah, like that was.
He's beautiful.
Yes, he isn't. Yes.
And he just carries, like, his essence is beautiful. Like,
Yeah,
his smile
it's
be all
everything.
big and
I'm very
black boy
peculiar about who I
joy.
like.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I
child.
found him, like,
You've just discovered him? In
Yes.
Candyman?
yes, like I
Okay.
was like, I mean, I've seen him from before, but with him,
I forgot what other movies he, but I've seen him before.
Mhm. He was
I
in a
forgot
lot
what the
of,
movies he's been
other stuff.
in.
I should have did my
but,
research.
Wait, do you actually get to see Candyman's face
yeah.
in Candyman? I haven't seen it yet.
The
so.
original, like in the first few scenes, I saw it a couple times. I saw one last night.
Okay. That was, it's that good that you need to go see
I don't
it.
know about the movie. I'd love
You need
to.
to go see it.
I can't tell you the damn plot,
I'm
but
too
all I
scared
can
to
tell
watch
you
it.
because I was like,
You've
oh.
seen it 3 times and you can't tell us the plot.
I have never
I
watched
can't
that
tell you the
movie.
plot. All I know is I was focused on. I was like, should
You
I
make
go
me
home
want to
and
watch
say?
it just because.
I was like, should I go
I'll be
home and say
scared.
Candyman 5 times? Shit, because Rihanna don't know what she's doing right now, so I need to get something.
She got you in the depression.
Yeah,
Under pressure.
yeah.
Diamonds up.
Anyway, I digress. Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at _John Cash, Facebook John Cash, IG at the John Cash Show, and YouTube the John Cash Show. We're definitely putting this up because we have the merch. So, now before we move forward, we here at the John Cash Show podcast would like to share our thoughts and prayers with the friends, families, and other loved ones of Michael K. Williams, who passed away due to a possible heroin overdose in his Brooklyn penthouse on this past Labor Day. So let's jump into the fun.
Sure. Yes, the fun.
Yeah, the fun.
Also, a quick 20-year anniversary, 9/11
Yes.
today. Just, you would need one of those moments
Could
for
you
us.
get the fucking delivery so they stop calling? They so ghetto.
They all get up.
They real ghetto. They ain't ready, but now they want to rush you.
You, yes.
Hey, I'll be downstairs. Please leave it down. Please leave it right in the front. Thanks. So that's how you do
Oh, look
that.
at that. That's professional. That's Black Girl Magic.
That's how you-
She
that's how you
co-hosts a
deal with
show.
that,
To make sure the cast
in
is
the front.
nourished.
Thank you.
That is Black Girl Magic. But I do want to reiterate what she did say. Shouts out to the 20-year anniversary this past weekend of 9/11, as well as while we were out, the 20th anniversary of the death of Aaliyah. And her music is available now, streaming. I listened to it on the way here. Sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, no, I mean, like that was a pleasant surprise because all these years we were like, oh, when is her music to be
coming?
streamed and stuff, and now all of a sudden it's being streamed.
And we got one like each Friday. So we had stuff to like wait for. Like it was 1 in a Million first, then it was the Romeo Must Die soundtrack. And then finally, the past week, there was the Aaliyah album, which is one of my favorite albums.
The Red album.
Yes, the Aaliyah album.
Yes.
Leave it at the door.
So
Leave it at the door. Just leave it at the door. Leave it at the door. Thank you.
you sound like James St. Patrick over there. Is everything okay?
Leave this
Nah, that's Raquel.
Leave the stuff at the door.
That's Raquel. That's Rack from Grazing Canaan.
All right, Rock. All
Stuff
right.
at the door. I ain't
Okay.
gonna tell you again.
I'm like, damn. You sure you're not a mother? That was like a black mother's
Right.
You don't get it then, you're gonna get it now.
Yeah.
That's actually who I think my crush is. It's
Raquel?
Yes. It's,
So I
like her
told
too.
John,
I
I
like
said,
her
if
too.
she's not on
Something-
that show, I am no longer watching
That
it.
is something about
She's-
her.
I like her
I
too.
like her. I really, really. At first, I thought I liked the cousin, the lesbian that can sing really, really good.
Yeah.
But then they show rock. I was like,
Yeah. Now she the one.
Yeah, it's her for me. Yeah. But she's
Are
the
you
one.
getting wet?
You know, I don't want another hurricane.
There's a storm coming. Anyway, this past week, President Joe Biden issued a mandate that federal workers receive a COVID-19 vaccine shot with no option of testing. So let's talk about. Wait.
Wait.
She's speaking.
Stressed out already.
She's like, we're changing some motherfucker. No.
After saying, leave it at the door. Leave it at the door.
Damn.
We're selling T-shirts and buttons, y'all, not that other stuff.
Maybe a little on down the road. Let me stop.
The shirts come in white. We ain't selling the white.
I got that powder. All right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Telling unvaccinated Americans your refusal has cost us all. President Biden this past week mandated that 2/3 of all U.S. workers get COVID-19 shots, with far-reaching new rules for businesses and federal workers as cases surge. Saying that the Delta variant of the virus is fueling a pandemic of the unvaccinated, Biden said that the Labor Department will force businesses with 100 workers or more to require staff to get vaccinated or be tested weekly. And federal workers won't have a testing option and must consent to injections with few exceptions. This is not about freedom or personal choice, Biden said in a speech at the White House. It's about protecting yourself and those around you, the people you work with, the people you care about, the people you love. We cannot allow these actions to stand in the way of protecting the large majority of Americans who have done their part, who want to get back to life as normal. Many of us are frustrated with the nearly 80 million Americans who are still not vaccinated, even though the vaccine is safe, effective, and free. A distinct minority of Americans, supported by a distinct minority of elected officials, are keeping us from turning the corner. We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin. And your refusal has cost all of us.
You bucking up?
Yeah. Biden getting bucked. Biden getting bucked. He better knock if he bucked in, if that's the case.
So, according to the CDC data, 75.3% of U.S. adults have had at least one coronavirus vaccine shot, but vaccination rates vary among states, and the national infection rate is as high as it was in late January, when few Americans were vaccinated. So, okay. With the vaccine. Okay. I know some people aren't going to agree with what I'm about to say.
I'm probably the only one in the room that's really like fuck that shit. But
She's an anti-vaxxer.
No, I'm not going to say that's an anti. And I think
I don't even feel like
I don't think that is fair. And I'm not saying that's what you do. Oh, you did. I don't think it's fair for people to group up people who are unvaccinated and anti-vaccine because that's kind of
Sounds like segregation to me.
Well, it's crazy that they have the fully vaccinated could sit here and the non-vaccinated could sit here. It's like kind of crazy. But I say that all to say, they should have never ditched the mask mandate.
exactly.
They should have had that in conjunction with the vaccines,
Yes.
and then the rates wouldn't have gone
Yes.
up precipitously as they did.
I agree.
Now, You can't say that this is the pandemic of the unvaccinated, but yet you're having school children who can't be vaccinated go into a building where they're vulnerable. And it's not about the fact that, oh, they're teachers. A lot of these people come in contact with ancillary people, meaning people along their path, especially in New York City. There's over 1.1 million kids, okay, in the New York City school system at last count. Many of those children don't use school buses or private transportation. They use public transportation. So just because they don't present symptoms, I had coronavirus back last March 2020. Just because you don't present the symptom does not mean that you cannot pass it along. Also, the fact is, just because you got the vaccine does not necessarily mean that you cannot catch COVID.
Yes, right.
So you could have a teacher come in, or a paraprofessional, or a janitor, or a teacher's assistant come in. They're vaccinated. They have COVID, and they pass it along to a child that's not able to get the vaccine. Now, this Delta variant is more deadly for children. Apparently, well, somebody told me, I didn't get a chance to read the story, but apparently a 4-year-old contracted COVID and presented the symptoms and died the following day. You had over 12,000, I believe, if I remember it correctly, had over 12,000 kids in a particular school district in Montana or Mississippi that were,
I think it was Montana.
Yeah, it was
Montana. Yeah,
that was exposed to COVID. So you can't say that this is the pandemic of the unvaccinated, but then you put the vulnerable people in a vulnerable situation. That's kind of backwards. You should offer these families and parents remote options, especially for children who are under 12 who don't qualify for the vaccine at the time.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay. Then, not only that, they shouldn't just have a one-size-fits-all approach with the vaccine. They should have you also provide a negative test. Because you could be fully vaccinated and still carry it.
Right, that's true.
So you should provide a negative test. It should be testing every week to make sure that you limit the spread or you limit the exposure.
It seems like the option is what's cheaper for them but more costly for the people. That's one. Two, I think it's like in waves, basically, because, I am in healthcare. The first wave was intentional for the elderly. This one is the kids. We're all susceptible and vulnerable to the COVID-19 virus and the Delta variant. However, I think like the waves are intentional, and who they don't market seems to be who get it. Remember, in the beginning of the pandemic, we lost a lot of elderly people or people who had underlying health issues. And then that's the first wave. Now we have the Delta variant. Secondly, with the vaccinations, I definitely agree with stop separating people. It should be pro-choice. Back in, I think, about 2008, when that was on the table, was pro-choice, and everybody looked at it in the form of a woman being able to decide if she wants to get an abortion or not. But when this law was passed, nobody looked at it, hindsight, in the future, and thinking about things like vaccinations. The own president said, this is not about freedom of speech and choice.
That's
exactly what it is.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
That's very dangerous because now what's going to be the next precedent? You have to be fully vaccinated and no mental health conditions.
Right.
Like what's where's the line drawn? Because
not only that, it's you set up perimeters, places where it's like you can't go here and you can't be restricted if you don't have the card, like in Demolition Man and The Fifth Element and all those other movies in the future. You're like, what happened that they had to get barcodes on them, and that the world is set up in this doomsday way where you have to scan and show something for you to be granted access to get beyond. And it feels like the setup for that.
Because
and he's trying to say back to normal. We're never going back to normal.
Yeah.
So
because remember, before 9/11, remember, it didn't take 5 hours for you to go through
the airport. Yeah.
The airport. Remember, you was only paying baggage fees because the airlines had lost so much money. it's only temporary.
They keep being these,
And like it's 20 years later, and
you
it's
still
still you're
go through
paying
TSA.
more and more and more. You're paying like $50,
That's very true.
in fees. So, Star, like I know you're not, and let me clarify for her. She's not anti-vax.
Vaccine, no.
She just doesn't like the fact that the choice for you to take it, whether you choose whether you want to take it or not, is being an issue at this point. So you work in a profession.
I'm a teacher's assistant.
Yes. You work in
and I work with the most vulnerable throughout the height of pandemic. So that's why this is ironic to me, because you guys didn't give a fuck about us then.
Right.
We were working with our mask. That was fine then. We weren't even getting testings.
Really?
I didn't get any hazard pay or anything like that.
Me either. And I mean,
Throughout and I'm working with snotty nosed 4-year-olds. Like I don't mind. Like I love working with kids, but this is what we were working with. They could have been carrying anything.
True.
And I mean, thank God, knock on wood, I haven't been infected with it. My stepbrother had it. Almost everyone in my house kind of had it, but I haven't had it.
God.
So, for me, like, I just feel like we were speaking earlier, I've never even had the flu.
Right.
So,
you don't get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, I never had the flu shot or anything like that. So for me, I'm like, why am I jumping from 0 to 100? I don't mind the testing. I will do that because I understand like the precautions, but I don't want to inject myself with something that I've never infiltrated my body at all, you know? And especially with the conversations of side effects, like, you know, not even to death per se, but like fertility, things that they genuinely don't know and they can't give me an answer to.
Or that they're not even looking at because they're more or less looking at how
much less towards black women.
How to get the economy up and running. Because that's the only reason why they putting the kids in school, to be honest, to cut off the excuses for people to say, oh, I can't work.
Exactly, and using his words, quote unquote, back to normal.
Right.
And we're never getting back to normal.
That's right.
And it's like once people understand that, it's like, okay, we can operate a little bit differently, but also still create a fair playing field, because it does feel like, you know, we're in a movie. It's like, oh, you got to. We went to Blacktop, and they said, well, we went to a few places, and you know, I would gladly turn away. I don't have to be out. It's whatever, you know. But there are companies that are fighting back, you know, in their way. So it's like I'll go to a little underground place. But we went to a few places where they were like, yeah, you have to have your vaccine card, and we were like, okay, whatever. But it's like 5 people in your business. So first off, establishments are losing out
still.
But we went to like Blacktop. You know, we didn't have our vaccine card. They turned us away to at least sit in there, but they still told us to come in to order. Like, so it's, to me, it's backwards. It's like, what do you actually want? You just want us to have a card so we could sit here and breathe your air. We still have to wear masks. Like the operations are the same. So I feel like there's nothing different in how you have to still move and function as someone that's vaccinated, as someone who's unvaccinated. We still have to wear masks.
Yes.
Like, we still have to wear masks. And like you said, we should all still be getting tested once a week, because you can still carry it just like me.
Exactly. And the numbers, you know, spiked once the mask mandates went away.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to see that correlation.
No,
Nobody wanted to.
true.
Like, how are we having the same numbers of infections as we did last year, if not higher?
Higher, right.
When we had all of those protests.
Yes.
Okay. Well, me and Star had our mask on. Like all those protests, all those Black Lives Matter protests, all those human rights issues protests, all the outpouring of love and you know, won some. It was announced that Biden was president. And by the way, I'm tremendously disappointed in his administration thus far. I call a spade a spade. I'm not a kiss. I mean,
what are you doing?
I mean, at this point, you know, I'm still glad Trump is out of office,
Right.
but like, but because his whole response to this COVID was absolutely
abysmal.
But also you got to give room for the people who have witnessed this from the beginning. This does not instill confidence in the federal government.
Right.
I'm being so honest.
I don't think that
the first day they said don't wear masks. Am I lying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then this next day they come out on stage, wear masks.
Yes.
Then it's wear masks, stand 3 feet away from each other.
Then
Then it was stand 6 feet. Then 12 feet. No, back to 6 feet. Then the fucking president gets in. No, all you got to do is inject bleach and stand in the sun for 53 seconds, and it kills COVID, and it'll go away by Easter.
Right.
Or it'll go away by Mother's Day.
Right.
Like, the economy will be, back and running. George Floyd is smiling down on the economy, and
Right, all this shit.
the cure can't be worse than the virus and all of this other shit. And it's too much. It's too much. So people, honestly, reasonable, logical thinking people like myself, you see something like that,
you have to question it.
and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And by the way, I love how this cheap plug, the Book Busy and Blessed shirt is popping on the camera.
Okay.
But Josh, you and I we talked about the vaccines, and you have a very distinct outlook on it. I told you I wasn't vaccinated, and you kind of gave me the death stare.
Yeah, I did. Definitely did.
So, what is your viewpoint on these vaccine mandates? Because it's a problem when you're correlating a person's way of life because enough people, they say, fuck this shit, I'm not going to work, then you're contributing to crime, because some people are going to feel forced to have no other recourse but to rob, steal, and kill.
I just...
We're on the precipice of the purge.
I've been said that.
I've
been said that.
I just think it's a lot more, I agree with some of the points. I don't completely disagree with some of the things. And the thing is, I really understand people who have the thoughts that some of the things, and don't get me wrong, I said I agree with some of the things you guys are saying, but I think one of the major things that people just don't seem to, I don't know, whether it's understanding gets lost. I have a lot of people who I'm very close to. I mean, you work in healthcare, but I have I have friends who are doctors. I have family who are doctors. I have a friend who's a ER nurse, for example, right? He's been working all throughout the pandemic. He watched so many people die, people piling up. And he's the person, he and a few other people that I know that work in emergency rooms, they're the people that I think about the most when I think about this vaccination thing. Because he told me, yeah, I got COVID, I beat it, I'm a young guy, I probably knew that, I was pretty certain that I was going to be fine. I got vaccinated because it wasn't about me. It's not about me. Yeah. It's about you being a carrier and spreading it to somebody who will be vulnerable.
Well, don't be near me.
But it's impossible.
You're 12 feet.
Here's the thing.
Well, not only that, but then I would assume then to the most vulnerable, let them go ahead and get vaccinated. Like if I don't feel like I'm the most vulnerable, then why should I feel forced to get it? You get what I'm trying to say? Because
it's not about you. It's not about you, though. That's the whole point. It's not about you. It's about other people. If you are not vaccinated, you're a spreader. That's what you are.
So are people that are vaccinated.
Yeah.
That's what, but that's
the
the
whole
thing.
New York Yankees is
Because here's the thing.
No,
I would understand if they're not spreaders, but they're still spreaders.
Yeah.
So go ahead. If you are vulnerable, then you should protect yourself.
But here's the thing. They never said, here's the thing that people don't seem to understand.
It's not a cure.
It's not a cure.
Right. Yes.
It's not, none of these vaccines, anything that we've ever put into our arms, any jabs we've ever put into our arms, nobody, tell me the thing that's 100% foolproof. They never said that.
Nothing.
They never said that it could.
They said it would prevent death.
They said it was and that's pretty much what it's been doing. It's preventing deaths and it's preventing severe mental illness. Or not mental illness, severe illness.
Yes.
That's 100% fact. Here's another fact. The people that are largely in hospitals, the people that are largely spreading are the unvaccinated.
That's be propaganda too.
I don't think nurses and doctors who see that.
I'm talking about people I know.
That's what I'm saying. That's not propaganda.
That's not propaganda.
I'm not trying to sound like a Trumper.
Yeah.
But not only,
I'm just saying.
but my question is though, if we're all spreaders, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Who said you're a spreader?
No. But what I'm just saying.
Let her.
I wanted to finish one thing though. But here's the thing. There's another fact that people are overlooking. Yes, if you are vaccinated, you can still potentially spread. But however, you are significantly less likely to be a spreader, and it's by an exponential number.
I felt like if what the bottom line is to prevent you from dying if you catch it, right? So your target would be the most vulnerable because if they catch it, they'll probably die. If that's your sole purpose, then leave me the fuck alone. I don't feel like I'm vulnerable. That's just my bottom line.
Yeah.
Like, do what you got to do because you might feel vulnerable and you might be prone to sickness. That's so, yes.
Yeah.
But like, if we're
Again-
still spreading it at the end of the day, like whether you spreading it at a least bit
But
rate
again,
or whatever,
it's not about, I'm not
you
talking
protected
about,
though.
You're talking about yourself. I'm
Right.
talking about protecting
Everybody else.
everybody.
But if they got the vaccine,
Mhm.
they're protected, no? That I'm, or am I like, am I being facetious?
No, not facetious
For
at all.
real.
In the way they are protected. But here's the thing: if you have a higher number of people vaccinated and you're not, and you happen to be sick, you give it to somebody else, it won't be where it's like you're giving it to somebody else and all those people get sick and they all die. Either you fight it off and God willing, you build up antibodies to it and your body's able to fight it off more quicker and better. So if you do get it again, it's kind of similar, the same thing. Like
Right.
I feel like it should at least be a totem pole or some sort of like checklist where it's like maybe if you've had the COVID twice, your body has already naturally built up antibodies. Because what they're giving you is like an NPR of the virus so that your body gets familiar with what happens with the virus. So when the virus comes in, your body is like, oh, that is an enemy, get it, and fights it off. That's why you don't have chest problems, breathing problems. That's why if you have underlying issues, it's like your body is fighting two wars at one time, and that's why we saw more deaths.
Here's one thing I will say about the federal government, and I can't believe I'm not really trying to defend them. Here's where I'll criticize them. They did a terrible job at explaining exactly or setting expectations.
Yes.
Because
they started off by telling us 2 years it'll be ready, and then it was ready in 6 months. Go put that shit back in the microwave until it's ready for real. That's how I
oven,
feel.
at least.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I think people also need to understand too, though. Like, take the pandemic out of it, right? When you have a situation that is completely new, you have to adjust on the fly. And the things that you learned, you're learning new information as it's happening. So when people are making decisions based on the information they have at the time.
Yes.
So when that information changes, the thing that they might have said was I won't even call it fact. The thing that they might have said was the bestest thing to do. All of a sudden they realize it's not the best thing to do. So I think people
And
really
I
they
feel
have to do
that though,
yeah.
because Amanda Seales said that.
Yeah.
She was saying you're learning new science every day. So I understand things are going to change, but what you're asking me though too then is to trust in a government that I don't trust. Period. They haven't given us a reason to trust it. You telling me to go with your flow.
All they had to do at the top of this pandemic is have whoever stand up and say, look, this is a very fluid situation.
Yeah, that's what they needed somebody to do.
We are trying our best to navigate this difficult, fluid situation. There's going to be some times where guidance changes. We ask that you please be patient with us. We're doing this out of the abundance of caution and safety for you, the American public. If they said that, people would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where
And then each time they drop something, they make it sound like it's the best thing since sliced bread. They're like, yeah, we got this vaccine. Then it turned to a next
Now
dose.
we need
now
two
we
shots.
need
Now
a
we need
booster shot.
fucking
So
I'm
like,
not
what
doing all of
else?
that. Fuck out of here.
Like-
But the booster shot is more for people with underlying health.
No, but
issues.
now they're trying to
They're trying to
implement it in
mandate
a
it,
timeline like in 8 months where everybody
Yeah,
would
you
get
have
it.
to get it. You have to.
I'd like
It's
to get it.
mandated.
I'd
They were
like to
like
get
mandating the booster shot now for whoever had the second shot.
Like
So it's
enough.
like-
I just think here's the only real point I really want to make, though. I think people really need to put into context that at the last count, 750,000 people have died. That's more than all the wars the U.S. has been in combined. And
housing still ain't go down.
And then some.
That's what they were talking about. Housing was supposed to go down.
Now, that's funny.
No, I didn't say it to be funny.
That's because
I'm with you on
that's
that.
because homelessness is at an all-time.
I don't know you. I know you didn't mean that to be funny, but that was fucking funny.
but that's what they were talking about at the beginning of the
I'm with
pandemic.
you.
That how you would be able to get rent for like
I'm with you on that.
$200. I sounded so
housing
callous.
My God.
Nah, but
You need to put that on a t-shirt. For
Yes,
real, for
right.
real.
Yeah, that is a slogan.
750,000 people die. Housing still ain't go down. Rent too damn high. All I need is the guy
am
with
with
the,
you.
with the,
That
the
hit.
I am with you on that.
That's very true. It's very true.
Nah, that's really all I wanted to say though. It's just like people need to remember, like, it's not like the level of I understand the sentiment of it feeling like these things are being forced upon you, but also you also have to realize that people not only just that many people have died, there are people that are unnecessarily dying right now, and they don't need to be. And like I said, I just think about my
Can
friend.
I add in one point though? What you saying that, like, I have to, like, because I'm going to speak for the hood ones I know, right? This is real shit. Because I feel like, because it's a conversation I feel like was wrapped around something else too. Not the vaccine, but like another like plague or something, whatever. But, you know, they're saying like, listen, when I'm coming from where I'm coming from, we're not thinking really COVID. I know death to be niggas getting shot every day. So so like for me, I haven't seen all these that like, and I kind of saw a video because my cousin works in military, so I saw like all the bodies and stuff. But like, I didn't see anything firsthand where like I've had a lot of family members passing away from this, thank God, you know, or like I haven't had like, you know, seeing it in the abundance that maybe you have, right?
Yeah.
What I know is like if I walk outside and niggas is wearing the wrong colors or something, like
shot, B.
that's what's happening that I see more of. So I'm not really thinking like, yeah, this is something that is affecting us crazy. Like, no, I'm still worried about the police whooping our asses when we walking out the house. And it's not like two things correlate, but like that's just my reality.
Can I ask you a question? Do you breathe air?
Yes.
Do you think it's real?
Yes.
But you
I'm not
Can
saying
you
it's
see
not
it?
real. No, I'm not saying it's
that's
not
all,
real.
I don't know, but that's all I'm saying.
I know.
That's all I'm saying. It's just
But
that,
I don't have the sense of urgency is what I'm saying that you may have.
Yeah.
Because it's not real to me, but I just don't have that same sense of urgency.
Can I back you up from being from the same hood, but also put a spin on it too? Okay, stimulus checks, right? The hood love them, right? Everybody did what they had to do to get the stimulus checks and got them, and it was free, and it was given due to the pandemic. We was team that, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, government cheese, we was team that, right? Food stamps, we was team that, right? That's all given by the same government that's giving the vaccination, right?
Yeah. I get where you're going with it.
Anything after but is bullshit.
No.
So, in that same essence, what's the difference is what people
it's what's
feel
helpful to them. What they feel is helpful to them. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying.
Yeah. So
right.
it's linked to the feel. So I support you in not wanting to do that, especially if that's not your everyday.
Right.
It's also social determinants of health, right?
Right.
If you have to choose between
vocabulary. Season 3, bitch. Yes.
if you have to
Social
choose between
determinants, NPR,
feeding,
Survival.
we don't need
Exactly.
titles.
like feeding your
Survival
kids
and
or
right.
going to get on the train to get a
Exactly.
goddamn vaccine,
Yeah,
you're going to
exactly.
feed your kids.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Most parents, so I understand that. It's all about, and
yeah,
then,
that's
so
how I was just painting a picture of like what you were saying that
understand.
reality was.
I got
to some
it.
people that are like,
That's right.
and here's one thing I do definitely agree with you with.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to test unvaccinated people,
Yeah.
continue to test vaccinated
Vaccinated
people
Yeah.
at
I
the same
agree.
time. Like
Yeah.
me,
I do both.
And the thing is, like, I'm not and I say this as somebody that still goes. Like, I've been vaccinated since February. I still
too.
go and get tested at least twice a month.
Me too.
Yeah.
So-
Same here. I do both. I do the same thing. I
just
do
got
both.
tested on
But
Monday.
it's also because I come in contact. I work a lot with the homeless. I work a lot with,
Right.
you understand, the underserved
Yeah.
people, like our people
Yeah.
that we see that didn't see the pile up. They were locked in the house. Some of them didn't even.
And a lot of them, let's be honest, a lot of them in the areas that were hardest hit, they were the hoods.
Yeah,
like
they were.
Like they mean,
No, it's true. No, that's true.
It
Yeah,
might not
yes,
have been in
yes.
your. It might not have been on your block. But
No,
like,
I agree.
But
It
like,
was.
yeah, but
the
like,
most
Because-
underprivileged
Privileged,
got
yeah.
it the most.
it removed
yeah.
the band-aid of healthcare
Yes,
being
exactly.
something.
Because that was the real
that is-
issue.
it revealed everything that's
revealed-
wrong with
Exactly.
healthcare right
And
now.
Yeah.
then on top of that,
Exactly.
race.
And that's
was
why they got rid
Yes,
of Cuomo. Because
exactly.
Cuomo was highlighting that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
While selling the book, you know.
Don't matter. All he wanted was a hug.
That's it. That's it. This is, first of all, in terms of that, I don't know.
We
if
should have
talked
been
about
sending
that.
him pussy.
That's he should have gave him pussy.
Thank you,
He
Governor.
saved this city and other cities. They should have gave it to him with a red bow around that motherfucker.
Exactly.
And let him pick which bitch he wanted to fuck.
He's sending ventilators and shit when we getting done.
He's staying up late doing press
Traveling, the nurses
conferences.
and shit. And De Blasio's old lurch bitch ass looking self with his hard faced husband. Okay, Charlene, and his crackhead whore of a daughter.
We know this of them? She's a crack whore?
I know she's a thief, allegedly.
Oh,
And then she shoplift.
know that.
Goddamn, what is it about the first daughters in New York City? They love to shoplift.
Chelsea ain't do that, but she's from
No.
Arkansas.
Because you know you ain't going to jail. That's all.
That's it.
Right.
No, Rudy
Exactly.
Giuliani's
Oh, yeah.
daughter.
What?
He had a badass son and a thief-ass daughter. Anyway. But anyway, we should have been sending him pussy.
I
Okay?
agree. I totally agree.
Go back to my original point.
He should have been signed, sealed, delivered that pussy to him.
And to wrap this all up, test the unvaccinated and vaccinated.
Mhm.
Present remote learning options for the children younger than 12.
And jobs.
And get de Blasio the fuck out of office.
Yeah, I think everybody could have.
Post haste.
Mm-hmm.
Ida should have washed his ass away.
He thought it was
We
a
got rid of the
potato, like
wrong
Idaho.
We got rid of the wrong politician. We wanted de Blasio to go, not fucking Cuomo. Cuomo, all he asked was, do you have a girlfriend for me? That's all he asked. How's that sexual harassment? That's called a hookup.
Right? Yo, your girl, she could show the homie some love. Like, I'm saving the
So
city
you mean
from a
to
pandemic.
tell me I've been doing sexual harassment when I be like, yo, they cute. What's their
what's
number?
good?
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
like,
what's good? What's the deal? Like, what? All he was like, I'm lonely. I want a hug. Yo, what is wrong with that?
We social distancing. I'm
Nobody
wearing
like a
masks.
can I get a hug ass nigga. We ain't never liked him.
But I mean, he had
Some
nipple
people
rings.
do. Some people do.
And apparently he got Count Chocula doing the count note at the nursing homes. The number of people dying.
1, 2, 3.
Like, what you go? Like, can I get a hug, Star?
You could get a hug, but not the can I get a hug.
But
ass
that was
nigga.
consent. I guess that's
Exactly.
different. That's
He
consent.
asked.
No, he just
He's like, can I get a hug?
walk up behind them, just rub their shoulders, and then ask for the
No,
hug. And he
exactly.
like, I don't even know you.
It's a different. Them can I
They
get a hug?
supposed
Be
to
up
know
on you
him.
like this. I mean,
This ain't Temptations.
That's the.
This man is on C-SPAN, NBC. You're supposed to know who he is. If he rub your shoulder, you turn around. Oh, that's Cuomo. He's seen everywhere.
Shit, they should have gave him some. They would have got rid of all them parking tickets. All them parking tickets. You know, I got pulled.
You know, I make a few calls.
Yeah.
Touch your shoulder.
You know this
Play on ticket.
intern I have, like these interns don't be playing it right.
I think they teaching them something else in intern school because there's always an intern.
And the Democrats always eat their own. It's never the Republicans. Republicans could be a Republican.
Oh no, they do.
governor
They
could be
just know how to shut up.
a serial.
Yeah.
They could be a damn serial killer, and they'll be like, "Oh well, we gotta let due process." And
No, the Republicans are more ruthless. They kill them before they could talk.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yes, that's all.
allegedly,
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we do have some Republicans in the
I
audience.
know
Oh, they
they
listen.
listening.
Hey, guys.
I don't know how they can, but it's a segue out of that.
They're sneaking.
The vaccine, le vaccine. Cardi B gave birth this past week to her second child.
A boy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Congrats to Cardi.
Congratulations
Yes.
to Cardi B and husband for now, Offset.
Oh, God.
You know, anytime there's a momentous occasion for Cardi B, it's always a cheating accusation. So I'm just waiting for that, like in the next week or two.
Did you guys
That's
see the
very
video
true.
where he almost got bit by the lion? Somebody in the comments was like, well, lions don't get along with cheetahs. I died.
That's funny.
It's the comments from
That's
me.
Yes.
Oh, God, I could only
Congrats to
look forward.
Cardi B.
Yes.
Yeah.
then-
So they should be 2 and done. They got their
That's-
boy. They
Yeah,
got
they
their
girl,
girl.
that's it.
That's right.
That's
Good
perfect.
pussy, stay wet.
That's
Okay.
right. Wow, number
Splash.
one
You see the
song.
shirt,
And she said she
right?
suck a watermelon through a
Bag-
straw.
Yep, she did, sure did.
You know what? I'm tired of them.
And
false
ate Lizzo's
ass
pussy all
accusations,
through the
okay?
summer.
Okay, like I could fit a Sprite can, make a Sprite can disappear in my mouth. That's what Lil Kim said. I ain't seen near damn Sprite can in that video. Okay, I did see a lot of pussy looking in the Suki video.
That
Yes,
video.
that was a good
I was
video.
like, pussy everywhere. That's,
That's right.
right.
That's
Damn
right.
it. That was like, fuck tip drill.
That was. That was
This is the new
Pornhub
tip
at its
drill,
best.
I think I sent that to you.
Yeah, you on Twitter? Yeah, I sent this to everybody. I said, you gotta
I
come look at
like-
this
I
shit.
like
Come and
this
look at this
video.
shit. Yeah.
I'm very sex positive.
Yeah.
I'm free. Let your freak flag fly. Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
them pansexuals that it's on the train?
You know what? I might be one.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
See, hey, season 3.
Express
The
yourself.
transparency is great.
Anything can happen.
Right?
Would you like head? Yes, I would.
See,
Yeah.
did you get your vaccine? No.
Make sure there's show your vaccine card.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, yeah, season 3. I'm no longer asexual, as Brandon once said. You don't talk about like who you sleep with. And I was like, no, because they're very like I don't want to be talked about. All right,
I'm like, no, it's transparency. But then where else, when you tell people your expertise, then where else can they say you got it from? Then sometimes life experience.
Well, I mean,
That's
you know,
the
they
best
can hit me
teacher.
in the DM. And
Right?
I can show them,
Okay.
and I can tell them.
But then they can screenshot it and make it look like sexual harassment and you be in Cuomo's situation, right?
But I could also screenshot too. And be
Screenshot
like, they
work both
said that
ways.
verse.
Prevention is better than cure, right?
Plus, they got an app too called Confide. You know,
okay.
You know,
With
you
that,
can send
what
encrypted
they doing that
messages,
damn app? What they doing that damn app?
and you can't even screenshot the message.
Oh.
It blocks it if you try to screenshot.
what kind of voodoo?
On
shit is this?
Snapchat?
And you know what?
It's a Snapchat? What is
No,
that?
It's an app.
Oh, send me
I'm a-
that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. What is
We having some conversations.
This is off air. I don't want to plug them too much.
Okay.
But
They
anyway.
could cut the check though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can, but and anybody I'm talking to right now, I don't use that.
What about niggas
Just
do
like-
CIA
Listen.
shit?
You heard. You heard.
Yeah, I heard from the, I heard something that.
Okay.
I'm going to be using it.
Yeah.
Like y'all know right now.
Up front. Up front. Shouts out to Cardi B.
And shout out to Nicki Minaj who showed her Sagittarius petty.
Hey. I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, well, yeah. Sagittarius, terrorist.
Terrorist. That's what I was
Sagittarius.
called. A Sagittarius. Yep.
When she released a photo of her, convict, and Pooh Bear alongside Riri
Oh, yes.
and A$AP Rocky on the same day as Cardi B announced her birth. Shout out to her.
Oh, God. It was the same
It was a
day. I didn't
coincidence.
even notice that because,
It's not no
I
damn
did.
coincidence.
I noticed it. It was a
you know what's crazy?
coincidence.
Because I didn't even notice Cardi's birth. I didn't know she had her baby till today.
Oh.
But I did see that picture.
So it worked.
It must have.
Sagittarius.
It must have.
Yes.
First of all, the baby is very cute.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Baby
yeah.
is very,
cute.
very cute.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Very like
I'm happy
little-
she had a boy because I feel like she
Me too,
did
'cause
get
that's
her
what she
own-
always wanted.
Yeah.
But I felt like she should have had a girl because then the girl would have gave her all the karma because she has something with women and females. So I felt like the girl would have gave her her humbleness. That's why she's still being a Sagittarius because she had a boy.
I feel like she should have had
You know
a
what
girl.
I'm saying?
Oh, you
She
talking
shoulda
about
had
Nicki,
a
right? I
girl.
feel like
Yes,
she should have had a girl.
But shouts out
I
to
do
Cardi
agree.
and Nicki and Rihanna. Hopefully it didn't, wash off on
Now, I
Rihanna.
hope she not
pregnant. Yeah.
Miss Riri.
I would hope not to. I'd be very devastated.
But if so, hopefully she has already shot all of her videos. for
Gotta
her
be the
music.
prettiest girl. Those are two pretty bitches.
What?
Wow.
So.
What A$AP do?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. So they're one having a girl.
Season 3.
They're one having a girl.
Temperature just went up.
Yeah. Temperature about 100 degrees.
All right. This is what we do in season 3.
Yeah, this is where it's going, I guess.
All right. I mean, oh, okay. All right. So. Okay.
He said, what A$AP do?
That's what I'm
just
trying-
exists.
That's what I'm like. What he do? What happened?
And also,
He's at Fergus though.
really
I love
quick,
him.
Kenneth Petty, not Penny,
Ugh.
Jesus Christ, Petty, entered in a plea deal
Yes.
because he failed to register as a sex offender in California.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
pleaded guilty.
she,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj pulled out of her performance of the MTV VMAs,
VMAs.
so we'll see the fallout after that in the upcoming weeks. But speaking of plea deals, this guy from the next story may need one. Do they have plea deals in Germany? I don't know, and I don't want to find
Maybe
out.
they give you the option of not getting your head chopped off. I don't know.
Jails and prisons internationally are way different than the United States. But let me read this story. You snooze, you lose, according to the Daily Mail. A German drug dealer is caught after falling asleep on his phone and accidentally dialing the police.
What?
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I can see that that's possible because
Yeah.
isn't that emergency thing? Like if you press something on your phone for too long, it goes straight to 911.
A German drug dealer has been caught after falling asleep on his phone and accidentally dialing the police. The control room operator could only hear snores and groaning when better than moaning. When the call came in at around 1 a.m. on Saturday, but unable to rule out an emergency, it was traced to a 23-year-old in the town of Waldbröl. I hope I said that right. About 30 miles east of Cologne, and officers were dispatched. His astonished flatmate, I guess his roommate, answered the door, and the cops were greeted by the potent stench of cannabis.
Oh, and it's weed.
Oh, that ain't a drug dealer.
Oh, come on.
Wait.
That's a pharmacist.
That's probably the roommate smoking the weed.
Police discovered the pocket dialer asleep on the sofa, and when roused, he had no idea why they were standing in front of him. Sounds like a sex party. He insisted.
Incested.
Yeah.
Whoa. Jeez.
It's a whole nother.
This show is going all over.
topic.
All about the Johnsons. He insisted he had not summoned the officers until he had checked his call history and found out he had, in fact, called the emergency number several times. Officers carried out a search of the property and discovered not just cannabis, but troves of other drugs and paraphernalia. Police seized ecstasy tablets, cocaine, amphetamines, scales, and cash, also known as Lindsay Lohan's stash house.
Wow. Look at
She's been clean for some years now. Choose somebody else.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, that's like 9
That's an
months.
uphill battle.
Yeah.
We still praying for you, girl.
Yeah.
girl.
All right. Just choose another. Let's choose a happy drug.
Yeah, okay.
Charlie Sheen.
Future.
Yeah. See, there you
no,
go.
he don't even do drugs.
He don't.
Yeah. He just drive about it. Fraud. Anyway.
Yep.
I can't.
Like
name-
he be pretending to do drugs?
Yeah.
Yes. This man is
Yeah.
college educated.
That's even
Yeah.
worse.
He
It's
pushed
even
the
worse,
initiative.
I know.
Yeah, that's
He
He
people.
wasn't
Yeah.
that smart.
Hmm.
He making money off of.
He's no Black Panther.
Yeah. Basically.
So the pair had previously been arrested for dealing narcotics and now are facing criminal proceedings. They were bailed
That's bad luck.
pending further investigations.
Wow.
First off, you know he live in a quiet town because if that was Brooklyn somewhere, they'd be like, all right. They'd have hung up and they would have never answered that shit.
That's true.
Well,
That's
they were in
one.
Germany. They're in Germany. So, okay. Stay away from drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs. Yeah.
Stay away. Keep your phone on the table if you fall
Yes.
asleep.
Yes.
Nothing worse than butt dialing.
That's his
somebody
real
you ain't mean
addiction.
to.
Is his
Right.
phone. Not
That's
this,
your phone. Right.
this your phone. Like you couldn't put it down. Like cutting it up. Like yo, cut it up.
Right.
To an eighth, but like what? What happened?
Too many fumes. Too many
Right.
fumes.
Now that's possible. Fentanyl is crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Ugh.
Be careful the drugs you buy.
Yeah.
If you buy drugs. You know, I'm not Smokey the fucking Dare. I don't know. Or the Dare Dog or whatever.
I don't buy drugs.
do
I
drugs.
purchase marijuana.
That sticks to the marijuana.
Yeah. I purchase.
I acquire.
Yes, I make and I purchase and I acquire.
Final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. The season premiere episode of the John Cash Show podcast. Final thoughts. Let's go with the First Lady.
Yes, right.
Star.
Whew, my final thought is I hope our food is downstairs because I cursed out the man. I made sure he doesn't have to do it. So you'll know next episode if it was there or not.
she got on her Raising Canaan shit.
Leave it at the door.
But we back, bitches.
That's right.
And
Brandom Thoughts. I might as well hit you guys with a Brandom Thoughts. The little niños and niñas are returning to school this week. And I hope they're not crowding the trains and stuff. That's not cute. But shout out to all the parents and everybody that got to do the things that they need to do. The Brandom Thought is let your smile change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. And I'm Brandom Thoughts, and I have Brandom Thoughts, Brandon Lee. John?
God damn it, that was good.
Yes,
Josh,
it was.
final
It
thought.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
You never are. How many months? You had a whole
That's
3,
because you got
4
the
months.
vaccination. You can't get your memory right. Long-term effects.
Exactly.
And we still less than a year. This is the fucking effects that they don't tell your ass about.
Not y'all humming at the same time.
All right, I got my final thought. I hate you. And don't look me in my eyes like that.
we watching. Long-term effects.
My final thought is, as always, stay away from negative people because more than likely they have negative bank accounts. On behalf of Josh, Brandom Thoughts star, and myself, we'll see and speak to you next week on the John Cash Show podcast. Also, don't forget the official merchandise on catscollections.com where you could get these wonderful t-shirts, Get Nasty with John Cash, Bag These Groceries,
My
Good
favorite.
Pussy Stay Wet, and I'm booked, busy, and blessed.
Blessed.
Yo, listen to John Cash.